one thing I did want to ask, actually, is while we're kind of in lull here, our event deck space and our victory setting space, I wonder if those should be equal.
They might have to be.
You know, the reason why I was thinking that is because eventually the setting space, you start to gain a lot of cards either in the victory pile or the defeat pile. You still have enough space here to have like 4 events out, which is a huge amount.
Yeah,
I doubt
there
we're
aren't
going to
any
have
persistent events.
Exactly. So I was thinking if we move this up a bit, give these more of equal setting, we give our victory area, defeat area a little more
Not a bad
space.
idea. We'll talk to Samson about it, see if we can work that out.
Yeah. I know he was going to do some updated graphics for these as well. So.
Yeah, he already has. I don't think you've seen them yet. I should show
probably not. So.
All right, so it's my turn.
Come on, fix everything.
What's off?
Actually, this is kind of tough right now because we're in that mid-game lull.
So here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to use reality warping. I'm going to spend a power surge to use reality warping.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a look at the top card of the obstacle deck.
Oh, really?
I'm not thrilled with the result, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to shuffle it back in. I'd rather not.
So, do you think that it is worth a power surge and exhausting a power just to look at the top card? Should we not make that the top 3 cards?
No, it's just the top card because you're basically looking at the top card and deciding if you prefer that over what's in play, and then you get rid of what's in play.
I know.
So that it not only lets you...
I guess that's true.
It lets you bring out a less powerful obstacle, which could be really beneficial. So... all right, so I decided not to go with the whole warping reality thing. No problem, Pyro. Thanks very much for joining us. Hope you enjoy what you see and what little you're able to hear.
Lurking is appreciated.
Yeah, lurking is always appreciated. Let us know if you have questions. We're happy to answer them. So how do I want to do this? Not particularly
fix
well.
That.
You keep saying that.
I know. Does it help?
I'm going to play an attack card. It's going to get discarded.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's discarded with no effect, so it
That's
doesn't
true.
trigger
So it doesn't
until the
actually
second
trigger that
attack
one.
card.
That's true.
I'm going to go ahead and finish this guy off.
Okay.
Full audio. Awesome. Cool.
Excellent.
Well, thanks for listening in. You'll find that we are somewhat silly, so hopefully that's okay.
What do you mean we, white man?
So, because I played an attack card on that special forces and I didn't have to discard it, it's going to trigger the reaction ability, on the security cameras. I'm going to play the top card of the guard deck. I knew
it's a medic, isn't it?
Nope, it's a commander. Oh. So, commander has a persistent ability that's going to make it so all guards make you discard an additional card, and has a reveal ability that's going to make us discard one of our victory cards.
This game is lasting way too long.
Yeah, well, I mean, we did take a while getting started and everything. We didn't really start until 12:30.
Really?
Yeah, at least.
It feels like we've been doing this for days.
So. Only 2.5 hours. Hang out in Mochi's stream. I bet you guys are fine. I actually need to watch more of Mochi's streams, quite honestly. So... but yeah.
So this is actually a huge blow to us because we have not made any progress on our victory conditions at all.
Yeah, they're stalling us. We're running out of time for sure.
That's four cards now that we've lost. So
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna smack the commander. I think she's the biggest threat at this point.
You realize that? Well, yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's only the first time.
That's true.
So.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't buff that up anymore.
Yeah,
that would have been crazy.
I know I'm being finicky here. I'm going to wait till exceptional training comes out before I buy another power. Okay. I really need something that's going to let me use my sorcery more,
I totally agree.
Consistently.
I feel like you've been kind of shortchanged on the power surge department.
Yeah, because someone keeps stealing them all.
I don't steal them. They're just given to me.
Plot twist! Draw cards from the hero deck until one of the heroes listed on the settings victory conditions is revealed. Put that hero into play and shuffle the other revealed heroes back into the hero deck. If all heroes listed play the top card of if all heroes listed are in play the top card of the hero deck.
So now you really don't have to draw from the top of the deck.
True.
Simply because we actually ran into there are 2 plot twists in the entire event deck, and we already got one. That's how we got the Arcane Master at first. And now because we only have 2 heroes listed, the Arcane Master and the Psychic, Ben just went in and grabbed the Psychic. Now, unfortunately, even if we defeat the Psychic, she doesn't count towards victory.
Right.
It's one of these heroes and 5 of the 4 power cards that are listed. So even if we defeat her, she doesn't count. She doesn't move us any closer to victory.
Although having her in there as a sacrificial victory card might be a good plan.
Exactly. And actually that is one of the key reasons on trying to get people in there and trying to get those powers in there.
So the hero that just came out is the Psychic. She's got a fair amount of text, but basically we can sum it up by saying that she is going to make us discard reveal the top 4 cards of the hero deck, or reveal the top 4 cards of the villain deck, excuse me. And for each power surge we reveal, we each have to discard 1 card from our hand. So this could be great. We might not reveal any power surges, or we might get 4 straight power surges. So let's find out what happens, shall we? Power surge. Defense, power surge, attack. So these power surges are going to get discarded. These are going to get shuffled back in, and we both have to discard 2 cards from our hand.
Oh my goodness.
The Psychic is kind of a jerk.
That is a real pain in the butt ski.
Now I've got 1 defense in my defense space that I'm going to discard.
Excellent.
And then let me take a look at what I've got in my hand.
Unfortunately, I don't have anything in banked, so I actually am getting rid of 1 attack and 1 defense.
You know what we really could have used?
Power surges?
Clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance would have been nice.
So we could start looking at the top card of... actually, that's the wrong card. Sorry, I don't want to discard that. I want to discard this. So the Clairvoyance... power lets you look at the top 3 cards of any deck. That could have been really handy if we had snagged that early on, so we could look at the top 3 cards of the power deck. Now, on the one hand, the fact that... So Clairvoyance is one of the psionic ability powers. It's one of the abilities on the psionic ability card.
Right.
So it's also one of the victory conditions for this setting. So part of me is like, well, if it's a victory card, but... it's a card that would be really beneficial to beating the setting, is that bad design? But in a way, I don't think it is. It's forcing you to make a choice between do you want the ability to look ahead at the deck, or do you want to just put it in the victory pile? And both of them are valid options. It's just a matter of do you want to delay victory a little bit to have the opportunity to control the deck?
Exactly.
So I kind of like it.
I prefer it that way because it brings another level of strategy requirements into the game. So.
Yeah. But as you can see, because this is really the first time we've play tested this, well, technically that's not true. Fun bit of trivia, the Dimensional Pocket actually was one of the original settings in the game. It was supposed to be part of the base game. But it added too many extra cards and everything like that, so we had to kind of cut it for production value, or production cost sake. But it's one of the first expansion settings that we're bringing out because it was an early part of the game. But it's the first time we've played it since we did the original run back in 2014. Yeah, late 2014. Yep. Before we even started showing it off in public, we scrapped... Well, we didn't scrap the Dimensional Pocket. We just put it on the back burner.
Yeah.
So this is the resurrection of the Dimensional Pocket, so to speak.
I have to say, though, it actually has survived very well in storage.
Yeah, I'm really surprised because...
I don't feel like we've had to do a lot of tweaking to get this sort of up to snuff with everything else.
Yeah. My major concern with it is that it's playing a little slowly, but that's also largely just the draw.
And part of it is we're using 2 decks that actually significantly increase and doubles our playtime. Just from a turn perspective.
That's a good point because we're not buying as many powers, and so we're not cycling through them as quickly.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and we're also taking more time to explain things and to determine, how something is going to work. So,
all right.
With all of that.
I have to cycle the powers, and then that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. High tech goes away.
Weather control and invisibility. Holy cow.
Okay.
So
They just don't want to come up.
One of the major reasons that we say that in a one or two player game you're only supposed to play with one of the two power decks is because right now we're in a position where we've got all these cool powers out, but we're both either full on powers or we don't want to buy any powers because they don't synergize with what we already have. And so we're kind of in this position where we're just cycling powers and going through the motions.
Pardon me.
It's not such a big deal when it's just the one power deck that you're playing with, because then it's just not that big a deal. But for some reason, when you're just going through the motions with two power decks, it seems worse.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I see all the wasted opportunity.
Right.
And it makes me very sad.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a good power. Oh, no, that's a good power.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like in a lot of games, like video games, like Dark Souls or whatever, like you have the ability to respec your character build in a way. Mm-hmm. But at a certain point, it's like, well, should I really do that? A lot of the cards that I might want are already in the discard pile. Mm-hmm. So do I really want to respec and change my whole layout, or do I want to just stick with what I've got and hope that it works?
And and especially when you use the term, when you're respecking, you have to spend power surges in order to clear out that space.
That's true. It takes time and resources.
Time and resources. And when you're getting into sort of the last half of the game, you may not have that luxury of being able to go, well, I'm going to be down for 2 turns so I can kind of come back and get something new.
Right.
It may be too late.
Skittles.
So, yes, those are Skittles.
Pass. Skittles.
I do not understand. All right.
That's right.
So it's my turn.
Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome. I've refreshed my powers. We have guards, check. We have heroes, check. I have nothing to discard from my bank defense. Mm-hmm. Could you make more noise with those?
This game of Villains and Henchmen brought to you by Skittles.
Unofficially, of course. It'd be an interesting sponsor. Some of the heroes that have like little Skittles gear or something on them. Powered by Skittles.
Welcome back, Monster Mochi.
All right, so Tactician has a reveal ability. Who's hurting us the most right now? Probably the commander and the security cameras. The problem is I can't do anything with that. So, but you know what's up next. Oh no, you haven't. You shuffled, so it could be something new. Okay. I'm going to attack the commander. We'll defeat her. Bring out someone else.
I just hope it's not another commander.
Well, I don't know what else to do at this point.
I'm not saying that you're wrong.
The only other thing I can do is get rid of the psychic.
Now we'll play a hero.
Yeah. So,
I'm going to do
the
No,
lesser.
do this. We might get a cool hero that we can play test. See how it works.
Fine. Actually, let's get rid of the psychic then. I'm going to use Energy Blast.
So, you can play each attack card one at a time.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Mm-hmm. That's the rule. It's how it works.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's only still going to bring out the one hero.
Right, but you play the one attack card.
Yeah.
Those cards remain in your hand, so they might get discarded by the hero that comes out.
That's why I wanted to go after the commander.
If you bring out another commander, she's going to make us discard the Arcane Master.
Okay. You really don't like this.
I'm not saying it's a great plan. It's just...
Really? Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if I ever give you advice on this game, don't listen to me. We're going to retcon that.
No, it's fine.
You sure?
That's fine.
I was really hoping for one of the expansion heroes, quite frankly.